What's up, people of YouTube? This Warlord here, bringing you guys another video to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about the KN-57 assault rifle. We're going to be doing a best class setup for that, but before I get into that video, I'd like to ask you guys to go ahead and hit the like button as well as subscribe if you are new to the channel. We are doing pretty well in terms of growth. We're growing decently fast. I'd like to keep that trend going. We're getting close to 800 subs at the time of me recording this, and that means that we are also getting close to 1,000 subscribers. So as soon as we hit 1,000 subs, I will be dyeing my hair some sort of a crazy, ridiculous color. So if that's something that you want to see me done, then please go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Now, let's go ahead and get into the actual video at hand here, and that is another best class setup in Black Ops 4 for the KN-57. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I put using this gun off for a very long time just because of the fact that a lot of people said that it was the worst assault rifle. And while I don't completely deny that, I don't necessarily agree with it either. I think depending on what you're doing and how you're using it, I think it's better than the Vapor. I'm not a huge fan of the Vapor assault rifle. For whatever reason, it just doesn't mesh well with me. So this gun I actually think is better than the Vapor. You might agree, you might disagree, but I'm going to go ahead and give you guys my best class setup for it and show you guys what I think you would work best when using this weapon. So for the gun, we have the KN-57 with stock, foregrip, and quick draw. Now, obviously, it's pretty explainable what all three of those are good for. It's just all mobility and being able to snap on target super quick. My personal opinion, the recoil is very manageable. It works well for the type of gun that it is. It's not too ridiculous. It very much feels like an AK-47 assault rifle. So the recoil was something that I was able to handle very easily, and because of that, I didn't have any issues. Now, I didn't really see much of a reason to run a fourth attachment, so I decided to take a secondary. I have the Divinity pistol, but honestly that was just because I was working on challenges with it and I just kind of had it as my secondary. You can use any secondary you want, that doesn't really matter. And then as far as the gear goes, I personally always choose to use the stim shot. I think the stim shot works best in most cases. And then obviously I use, in pubs, I use Engineer, Gung Ho, and then I'm using Team Link currently. I kind of threw Team Link on there as a placeholder. It's not something that you have to use, but I would definitely recommend using Gung Ho, and I would definitely recommend using Engineer as far as pubs go. I think those ones are the most crucial, for sure, just to say the least. Now, on the class setup that I have here, I do kind of want to talk about the best way to use the gun, because I think that it confuses a lot of people, and I think that's where it comes into play, where people say that it's a really bad gun. This is weird because you have the Vapor and you have the Maddox, which are very fast firing, up close, kind of in your face assault rifles from what I have seen. And then we have the Rampart, which when used properly two-shots people and just destroys them. Is very, very powerful, but has a lot of recoil with it. And then we have the ICR, which is just a laser beam at pretty much any range. This weapon is that middle-ranged gun. This is that assault rifle that you really do want to get into mid-ranged gunfights. You don't want to run into too many people running SMGs that are getting too close to you. It's a very niche weapon, and that's why I say I don't think it's the best gun, but I think it is very, very useful on maps like Morocco, or honestly, there's good power positions that you could use this gun on every single map in the game, I'm almost willing to bet, with the exception of maybe something like Nuketown. Nuketown might not be the best map to use this gun on. Probably be better using a Maddox or a Vapor if you're trying to use ARs, or even maybe the Rampart, because it's shots to kill and that potential when it comes to that. But this is definitely a very, very solid weapon, and it's just something to stick to that medium kind of long range, but not too far, because then you're going to start missing shots due to the recoil and the way that the bullets, the shot pattern is. So it's, like I said, it's a very niche weapon. Once you start using it, you start leveling it up, you kind of get the feel for it, and you really learn what its characteristics are and where it performs best. And so if you guys are doubtful about this weapon, or if you used it for 2 games and put it down, go pick it back up, use it. get those attachments, you know, grind with it, and try and stick to the medium to long range engagements, and I think you guys will see a huge benefit to using this weapon. But yeah, this is my most recent best class setup here. Primarily, everything else on this class is customizable, aside from the fact that I would highly recommend using stock, foregrip, quick draw, as well as engineer and gung-ho in terms of perks. But everything else you can kind of mess around with and do what you want, but those 4 or 5 things that I just listed are definitely the most important. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please go ahead and hit a like and subscribe if you are interested in more videos like this, and deuces.